Oh, yeah. That time again. I will let me find some appropriate intro music for today. What should I play? Huh. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Is it this one? Let me make sure. Hold on. I don't want to play it if it's not the one. Yeah. All right. Welcome, everybody, to, as Fuzzy in chat says, the Vile Chat. Vile Chat strong. Fuzzy, welcome. Nice to have you here. Nice to have everybody here. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the comments. I know more people will be coming on in, starting a little earlier today because I actually want to relax a little bit today and play some video games just to piss people off because I tend to piss people off when I play video games. They hate it. So today, after this, I'm going to fire up my PlayStation 5, which I bought a few years ago with my own money. What's up, Jackie? Nice to have you here. Uh, yeah, I really do make people mad when I play video games. Maybe we'll discuss it today, because that was one of the comments that somebody made. Very nasty comment in the live chat was that um, you know, I'm crying about money when I was talking about my car registration, but yet I have video game consoles which cost quite a bit of money. We'll talk about that in a minute. What's up, Jojo? Nice to have you here. Let me go ahead and share the screen here with the community tab on my comments here. Start all the way at the beginning. Blessed Gloria says, "Hi all." Well, hello to you, Blessed Gloria. Nice that you commented. Really appreciate that. Come back soon or join live. Let's see. Today is Piss Off Saturday, Jackie says. Yeah, I'm a little miffed. What's up, Marth Morang? I'm a little miffed. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, you know what? Let me change the background. Hold on. I gotta change the background here. Can't have this, but I am gonna have this. Hold on. Let me stop sharing for just a second so you can see the background here. There you go. I like it. What's up, old Frizzle? It's the weekend, so I can catch a live. Yeah, you're here. Welcome on in. Nice to have you here. Welcome to the comment show. We are we're gonna discuss so much stuff. So much stuff. Let's get that back on the screen for you all. Continue on. Antics says replay crew. Thank you for the room raid to Manning 8. I do what I can to help others. Antics, you know that. But no problem there. Thanks for the comment. Do appreciate that. Jojo says, very interesting live on my man. Did Man Bear admit to committing a crime? Ooh, that was a scorcher of a stream if you haven't seen it. It's a good one. Nanny says, nice live on the same one. I agree. I liked it. Vinecci, Ayo, replay freaking crew checking in. Vinecci on the replay crew. I do appreciate the replay crew. So if you're listening on the replay, thank you all so much for watching and commenting. That's what keeps the old comment show going. Got plenty of comments. Let's get through them. We grab a little bit of soda if you don't mind. Okay. Ooh, a little bit too far there. Thanks, Financi, for that. Karma Police says, I'm coming for him. I'll catch up eventually. And that's in response to Southern Yankees. Chumley has no receipts because he wipes his ass with them after using the shit bucket, or at least tries to. I watched that live stream. I would love to see Karma catch up to him sooner rather than later. Sorry I missed this live. Hey, no sorries needed, Southern Yankee. Appreciate the comment. And Karma Police is catching it. He'll come for he's Karma Police coming for him. Catch up eventually. Yeah. Buttercup says MVP just can't help himself. He had to go live because Boss Talks was live yesterday. Oh, well, he can't help himself going live anyways. It's just how it is. Kitty, what's up, Kitty? What's NJS? Nice to have you both here. Kitty, got lots to discuss. Ooh. Um, I hope you saw my email, Kitty. All right, let's continue on here. Melissa Mendez says, such a talent with the videos, Dad Ant. Dad Ant puts out a lot of great shorts, no doubt. Okay, Pippi says, MLH, this was the best stream ever. Thank you, Flea and Doug, for your stories. Flea, have you tried using a spirit box to communicate with her? Also, I've heard salting the house works better than sage. You only need a few grains of salt in every corner of each room. Doug, I've never heard of these tunnels. Now I'm going to have to research them. MLH, have you thought of doing angel stories? Um, yeah, why not? I mean, maybe I'll do a special live. Look, let full transparency here. I'm not a believer in ghost, but I love ghost stories. And I've said that before. I really do love ghost stories. So I'm always down to listen to stories about angels and the opposite and ghost and stuff like that. There's an interesting movie called Dark Song, which on the surface seems like a horror movie, but in reality movie, it's about a woman who really just wants one more chance to see her son, and because her son had passed away, and it's such a good movie. Dark Song is such a good movie. This woman goes through almost hell in order to see her son one more time, and she eventually summons an angel to grant her wish. But getting to that point is, oof, it was. I mean, it's a great movie. You guys just got to watch it. I don't want to spoil anything. It's a slow burn movie. It's a great. I have not tried the Spirit Box, Flea said, but I may do just that. MLH and I thought about doing a two-part one, so maybe we can take questions next time. Maybe MLH and I should do a paranormal investigation on the house. Ooh, I wouldn't mind doing that either. No problems there. Benetti on the replay crew again, my friend. Thank you very much. Drifter Wars says, what is David Z's catchphrase on every panel, on every channel? He always demands and challenges people come up here on the panel and have a conversation. When Kathleen Nicole invited David Z to come up on chat and have a conversation with her, he said, no, I don't want to. I don't see the point in having a conversation. Wow, talk about hypocrite of the year. He is a hypocrite, Drifter Wars, and he wonders why I don't want to have a conversation with him at all. I care not to lie with that's that old phrase, you lie with dogs, you're bound to get fleas. Well, no disrespect to Flea. Yeah, no worries, Kitty. I got you. Antics, what's up? I just went over one of your comments, and same to you, Buttercup. Welcome on in. Yeah, it is all good, Kitty. No worries. Um, Ghost Story Queen. Ooh, I'd love to hear. I like to hear them. All right, let's continue on here. Freya says, thanks for the time, MLH and Dougie. This is Gina. I had to get back to work. Sorry I dropped off so quick. No, it's all good. You got to do what you got to do. No worries. We loved having you on the panel. Shannon says, I'm scandalized by the lack of Beatles knowledge. Yeah, Dougie hit me with with some lyrics that I wasn't prepared for. I'm not. I don't. I'm not a big lyrics guy. I mean, there are people that can recite lyrics left and right and know all the lyrics to every single song known to mankind. That is not me. I know a lot of Metallica songs. I mean, because I listen to Metallica like all the time. Watching it all says, guess what? We all saw MVP work on his auto electrics and his headlights recently, and we recall him seeing him fix his suspension with Whitesnake a few months ago. Well, you will not believe what he is having troubles with now: his auto electrics and headlights. Yep, he said his lights are all constantly pulsing and not working properly. Plus, Whitesnake had ordered new suspension for the RV to replace the one they put on a few months back. Well, of course he ordered them. Why would Man Bear Pig order anything with his money? Remember, if you want a job done properly on your auto electrics, headlights, suspension, solar panels on vans, or any home renovations, don't get MBP to do the work, or you will need to get it redone properly by someone else. Kitty has mentioned this. I mean, I think, Kitty, you mentioned that this is kind of the case at your house. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kitty, but he's not very good. Funeral home. Ooh, I like that. That's spooky. Thing is, we're all blocked. So easy for him to invite us on panel, Martha. Oh yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. You know. Yeah, it is a badge of honor. Who cares? If I know I'm blocked. Ooh, man, they don't want me spitting truth. Yeah, we had to redo a lot of the electric. Geez, I wonder why, Kitty. Southern Yankee in the house, the lovely Southern Yankee. Nice to have you here. Here we go. Watching it all with another comment. MVP complained about a dog barking and said it was affecting his ability to concentrate on his court case. No, you know what's affecting his ability to concentrate on his court case? I'll let you all in on something. It's me and the crew. We're responsible for him being affected in his ability to concentrate on his court case. He can't stop thinking about me and the crew. He just can't. He told his chat that he has had troubles with dogs barking him at him in the past, and he normally just leaves. Oh, I wonder why. That is the beauty of being homeless, he said. Why don't dogs like him? Laura's dogs didn't like him either. Dogs are a good judge of character. Normally, yes, especially well mannered dogs. If you have a well mannered dog like Lara's dog watching it all, growling and barking at Man Bear Pig, that says everything you need to know. I've seen that dog interact with other people, and he never growls or barks, nothing at others. Um, and yet, with Man Bear Pig in the room, things change. It makes you wonder how he, you know, uh, treats animals. Let's see what else we got here. All right, let's continue on. Hit that like button if you haven't already. That would definitely help. Um, oh, the new emoji, green eyes, decided to give me a laughing emoji for that. The cooter disguise emoji is awesome. If you're a member, make sure you use it. It's really cool. All right, Afila says, uh, no, an hour earlier doesn't work for me, but neither does this time. Now I'm on the other side of the world. Can't please everyone. I know, Fila, but we're gonna try it out this coming week. We're gonna go on an hour earlier on DT. If it doesn't work for everybody, then it doesn't work. Kitty, does it work for you an hour earlier or no? That's a good question. Um, I didn't even think to ask Kitty or Becky. Um, but I'm going to try it out and going on an hour earlier this coming week. And like I said, if it doesn't work out, we'll change back. He can afford hell, he can afford a pair of earplugs. He's just full of excuses. Yeah, Kitty, awesome. Then we'll do it. We'll start doing it this next week. Hey, Barbara, nice to have you here. Thanks for hitting that thumbs up button. Um, Starting another cold. Sounds like it, doesn't it, Marth? Man, I hope not. I'm just a little plugged up. I think it's allergies. The season is changing, Marth, and the allergies are, you know, uh, in full effect. You know. Uh, let's see. What am I doing here? Okay, cool. Kitty, we'll try it next week, see how it works. I think it's gonna work better all the way around, except for maybe Dougie, because he hasn't had time to grab his coffee or anything like that. But that's okay. Don't tell him. Well, actually, I already told him, but All right, Drifter Wars with another comment here says he had to get his computer formatted as it had some sort of strange virus that affected clicking on buttons, not keyboard buttons, but website buttons. It unsubscribed him from some things and signed him into other things. Sounds 100% believable. Just like the guy who said it was his cat clicking on porn sites, not him. Well, this is another interesting thing, isn't it, Drifter Wars? I do remember somebody telling me about that particular thing where you know he just signs in and you know all this uh you know uh you know, just signs him in to certain sites and prevents him or unsubscribes him from certain. Yeah, it's just all too convenient, right? Drifter Wars, it's just bullshit. You know what it is? He can go back to that live and say, "See, I mean, I didn't sign in to that website. I didn't do this and that and the other." I mean, if they ever get his laptop, it's just it plausible deniability is what he's trying to give himself. Drifter Wars continues. Remember all the electrical work he did on his RV recently and on his lights and his battery plus other things? Um, Guess what he is having trouble with now? He's having trouble with his electrical wiring, his battery, and also his headlights are constantly pulsing. And he's having all sorts of issues with the RV in general. Seems the more times he works on the wires, the more problems he has, just like the suspension. He said Whitesnake has ordered another set of shocks to replace the ones they put on a few months back. The more he works on the suspension, the more problems he has with it. There seems to be a pattern there. Everything with Man Bear Pig is patterns, Drifter Wars. We just discussed the mechanical issues that he's happened, and then Afila laughed at my ad, the Chudley Strikes Back ad with the storm droopies. I thought it was pretty funny too, Afila. I don't know why, but he banned the word droopy from his chat, so there's something else that his chat can't say. Um, I don't know if it's because his jowls make him look like droopy. That could be it. Bluto in the house. What's up? I'm having troubles with my electrical wire. Can I have some help? LOL. Good afternoon, or good morning. Good morning to you, King Bluto. Yeah. Mike Stevens, welcome. Nice to have you here. Brandon, blessed girl, Gloria. I got to your comment earlier, blessed Gloria. Good morning to you, and thank you for your comment. Rib Guy's in the house. Who else? Did I miss anybody else? I don't think I did. I think we got everybody in here. Let me make sure. Dougie's in the house. What's up, Dougie? Nice to have you here. Juju Travels. Nice to have you here. I'm so here for it. It's no brainer as to why he's removing his lying BS stream. Such a victim. Oh, we're gonna talk about that. Good, Juju Travels. He's a lying fucking liar amongst liars. I mean, he really is. I go back and forth. Who's a bigger liar, him or David B? Vanecci, late night replay crew. What's up? What's up to you, Vanecci? I hope you're feeling better. I know you were going through some rehab, physical rehabilitation. Hopefully, you're doing much better, my friend. Kim A says, was listening on my way home. Wasn't a good idea today. I had teary eyes for Ellie. I want you all to heal and move forward to a beautiful, happy life. It was a weird stream. It was contentious. But I thought at the end we pulled pulled out of it. We're okay. I really hope Nora takes my offer to come back and discuss stuff because yesterday just wasn't the day, And I tried, to tell her. She interrupted me a bunch of times, but I was going to let her continue with her thought, but she left. So I did have to mute her for a second. I did kick her out at one point just to kind of settle things and kind of, but I only do that in the most dire of circumstances. But Norma is always welcome in chat. She's always, if she wants an invite, I will invite her to do a separate stream for all of that. Much love to you, Dougie. Please always put your health first. I agree. I agree with that. All right. Drifter War says when any president knows there are bad political news stories or bad statistics and figures coming out, their handlers organize tactics to create a distraction to redirect attention away from the truth towards something unrelated. That is exactly what David Z was doing when he said he came into your chat with several alt accounts and helped raise $450 for the outreach. I'll talk about that after this comment because that really bothers me. But when he saw you filming the people you helped, he thought it was worse than MVP filming children going to the toilet. This was his plan A. He did that in the hope that you and your chat talk about that rather than the truth of what actually happened in regards to MVP. The tactic failed as we all saw. Plan B was to have something to bring up in chat and attempted to make it a talking point. That tactic failed as well, as we all saw. MLH did the entire show as per plan and left his response to that right to the very end. His distraction tactics failed. Look, I've been on these YouTube streets for almost 20 years, all right? A little over 18 years. I know how things go on YouTube. I know these tactics. David Z is, aka the Gimp, is not going to deter me from doing what I do. As far as the quote unquote tactic that he used by coming in and spending $26, um, to spur chat to raise 450. I think it was a little less than 450, but let's give him 450. It was quite a bit of money that I used. There was a tiny bit left over. It wasn't much, but I bought pizzas, I bought socks, I bought hand warmers, I bought a bunch of stuff. And all I can say is thanks for not charging back that money, David Z. Um, because it went to a good cause. And the talking point that he tried to bring up about me filming kids, get the fuck out of here. Normally, if I had my dash cam, my cam would stay on the dash, and whatever's caught on that, I can't help. And here's another point. When you're out in public, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or not. It's just really creepy when somebody watches other people go in to a bathroom. That's creepy, right? Me just happy to catch a few kids who are hungry and were waiting for a bus with their family, their deaf family. I have, first of all, I don't go to everybody and say, "Hey, are you homeless? Are you without a house?" And if depending on their response, give them food. I give food to whoever's out there. Okay, if they have a home, if they don't have a home, for the most part, they are homeless people. But I'm not going to vet every single person, all right, at all. I never will do that because if somebody's hungry, I'm going to feed them regardless. All right. You might try that sometime. Have you ever had people over your house, David Z? Have you ever have you ever had people over at your house to have dinner or something? Should you vet them just to make sure that they're homeless before you feed them? Of course not. It's absurd. That's absurd, right? David Z is an idiot of the highest regard. I think he has lower intelligence than even Man Bear Pig. Well, according to him, Man Bear Pig is super smart, smarter than a lawyer. So of course David Z is not on Man Bear Pig's level, right? According to his own logic. An idiot. It was Laura that made him able to grift 30K, not him. She has nannies with bread, but not that much. Well, it is what it is. Let's see. Can't do the yeah. No. It's all good. Um, David Z is David B. Old Frizz. Um, let's see. Jabba the Nut goes to the library and learn about the doctrine of unclean hands and frivolous lawsuits. Oh yeah, well, there's that. We're going to talk about that too. But as far as this David Z thing, he is not anybody's level. He's a beta male. He's the type of a guy that would let someone else sleep with his wife while he watches. You know. Exactly, Cafe Life. Thank you for being a member, Cafe Life. Appreciate that. But yeah, so they're all distraction techniques. He's going around doing damage control for Man Bear Pig. Man Bear Pig can't shut his mouth, so David Z has to go out and clean up for him. Drifter Wars continues. David Z likes analogies. So here's a simple one he might be able to understand. Yeah, you have to make it simple because he's dumber than Man Bear Pig, Drifter Wars. A person started World War II and organizing the Holocaust and genocide. There were millions of victims of his. You're talking about the small mustached idiot. According to David's logic, if two or more people say they don't like the person who started World War II and don't like his crimes, then they are an organized, coordinated hate group, and the authorities that need to look into those people who agree with each other and consistently say negative things about the actual criminal. So when David says if two or more people agree with each other that Man Bear Pig is a bad person and they say similar things about him, they must be a coordinated hate group with which the authorities need to look into. He said people will be pooping their pants shortly. I guess David is an expert at knowing when a fellow human is going to poop their pants, as he is an expert on everything and knows everything. He seems to forget that hypocrisy isn't an excuse or a blindfold. Him and his group of fellow MVP supporters on certain channels are, if we use his own logic, coordinated hate groups which conspire and work together on attacking MVP's victims. Let me tell you something. This is a good point, Drifter Wars. I am not afraid of Man Bear Pig. I am not afraid of David Z. I'm not afraid of the FBI, the police, the president of the United. You know why I'm not afraid of them? Because I don't break the law, right? I'm not a lawbreaker, right? And I agree with your analogy here, Drifter Wars. It's very simple. You know, we can complain about Man Bear Pig because he's a criminal. At least it looks like, in my opinion, he's a criminal, right? I saw with my own eyes, right, what he did to the planners, what he did to the wreath, what he did to Motley Crue. I saw it all. And in my opinion, right, it's my opinion, he's a criminal that deserves to be behind bars. 100%. Yeah. Or, Kitty says, Man Bear Pig is a bad person by his words and actions, and people are just calling him out on it. Yeah, that's exactly right, Kitty. 100%. Professor Khan in the house. What's up, Professor Khan? Nice to have you here. Kitty, you hit the nail on the head. There's nothing more that needs to be said about that. What's up, Gina? Nice to have you here. Um, yeah, we're just going through the comments here. Drifter Wars, very, very astute, for sure. Let's see. Okay. Chris on the drums said, I just watched the live Laura did last night. I agree with Becky. It was 100% a start to healing. I commend Laura for that. But I also saw exactly what MLH talked about in today's show. There was a lot of deflection from her taking any responsibility. Flea made a wonderful point about apologizing and shutting the F up. If your apology includes the word but, then you're trying to justify your mistake. The best way to apologize is saying I'm sorry, then shutting the fuck up. You can't control whether or not the person forgives you, but at least you apologized. And at that point, it's up to the other person whether or not they forgive you. Regardless, at least you can look at yourself in the mirror knowing you did the right thing. I couldn't agree more, Chris. Which channel is it on? I don't see anything on Laura FM. She privated it, but Boss Talks was streaming it as well. Just take a look at any picture of him. He looks so miserable, depressed, and angry. Yeah. Um, some issue with StreamYard apparently. Oh, well, you know, I haven't had any issues with StreamYard like that. My RP grinders, Chris put a comment on my RP grinders. Nobody, no, I have a theory about why nobody watches RP grinders because it is a bit nerdy. But I also think that it's at a time slot where everybody would rather do anything else than be on YouTube. They're out, having drinks, out at the bars or at the clubs or with their friends on a Friday evening, and I have no problem with it. I just want a few people in there, just a few people. I've been doing that show for almost 20 years, and we've had two consistent people on Twitch, and I just wanted a little more engagement. I was feeling a little lonely on RP Grinders. That's why, and I wanted to provide you guys with a little more different content. Vanecci on the replay crew again. Thank you very much, Vanecci. I really appreciate you, man. Joscan says Laura's not a good person. Stop pretending like she is. She deserves no grace. I'm not going to go that far. I will say, Joscan, that I'm not impressed. That's what I can say. I am definitely not impressed with Laura. I know it was a start yesterday, but from what I heard, it was just excuse after excuse and deflection. And Becky tried to reel it in and say, her part, and she did an admirable job. And I love Becky. But to me, it just doesn't seem like you know, the onus. She didn't put the onus on herself. Let's see. A qualified apology is no apology. I agree. He's going after Audit and Gina. Yeah, he tried to yeah, he did, and he failed miserably, Gina. And that's, I did discuss that a little bit, you know. And hey, Carrie Ann, the lovely Carrie Ann. Nice to have you here. Um, Forgiveness starts with change. Now, I agree. Actions speak way louder than any words can. Um, let's see. Yeah, I don't like excuses at all. Laura said that her biggest regret in the last 10 years was being with Scott, and she called him a toxic troll asshole. That's coming from his ex-girlfriend speaks volumes. I saw that comment. I mean, she's only salty because he went after her, though. I mean, why didn't she speak out in all this time and say the things that she's saying now? You know, I mean, I'm glad that she had regrets because it is regrettable, but just own up. It's not hard. As a man or a woman, you own up to your mistakes and you move on. Watching it all says, why does Scott say his sister is miserable? Oh, this is a good one. Kitty. You know what, Kitty? I don't know if you can come up, but I will send you the link because I kind of want to discuss this. Let me just if you don't mind, Kitty, I'm gonna send you a link. If you come up, it's cool. If not, that's cool too. Um, let me send Kitty the link. Um, we have a little bit to discuss. Return. All right. Here we go. Sorry, I know this is riveting radio here, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. All right, Kitty, I sent you the link if you can come up for just a few. We're gonna discuss this because you've been you've been under his skin big time. I think it's being on the show, I think that's what does it. I'll go back and forth to make sure whether or not you're coming back up. When she makes us laugh every time she comes on here and tells stories about her brother, it is really David Z that is the miserable one who has nothing happy or positive to say. Have you noticed that too? Watching it all? Yeah, I've noticed that too. I know Kitty's always smiling. How can anybody say that you know how can anybody say that Kitty is miserable? I just sent it, Kitty. Let me know if you well, you'll just click on it and come on up on the comment show. All right, here's another one from Drifter Wars. I'll keep going back. Oh, there's Kitty. Hey, Kitty, you want to change your name real quick? Change your name, Kitty. I don't want you to self dox yourself. Can you change your name, Kitty? Mm. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hold on. Hang on, Kitty. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Um, Kitty McKitterton is on the show. What's up, Kitty? Nice to have
What
you.
up?
Hey, Kitty, we're gonna talk about him being so salty that you're on DT, and also that you've been talking about him in just a minute. But I got another comment here from Drifter Wars. I'm going to go over this comment, and then we'll talk a little bit before I continue. Actually,
Okay.
do you mind if I just finish the comments? They're almost done.
Yeah.
All right. Drifter War says, I don't know if anyone saw Boss Talks, fell asleep while on Laura's panel. I thought it was brilliant. He said he fell asleep because he had no idea what they were talking about in regards to Scientology and the Father's Day protests and the encampment. That is true. He was not interested in that and had nothing to do with MVP until one day, from out of the blue, MVP attacked Boss and started trouble between them too. Boss only started talking about MVP after getting dragged into MVP's toxic world, much like many other streamers. And then NJS follows it up with some heart emojis from a previous post of mine. Thank you very much, NJS and Drifter Wars, for your comment. Let's see if we have any held comments. We do. Chris on the drums said, for anyone, uh, David B, to think he took over the chat and somehow organized a fundraiser for feeding the homeless shows peak dumbassery. People have choices and free will in life. If people don't want to help others, they shouldn't. It also tells me you're not the brightest crayon in the box by donating to MLH, your so called enemy. Keep
Keep
donating.
donating.
Oh, we got a little echo. There we go. Keep donating, Gimp. The only one getting played is your dumbass. The best part about it is you're too dumb to realize you're the one getting played. MLH is playing 4D chess while your dumbass is playing Go Fish. I always feel like that. Here's a comment from Drifter Wars. I am not entirely sure if I am right or not, but I think David Z was suggesting that Sticker Chicks channel gets taken down or reported to authorities because it is a hate channel, which picks on one person constantly day after day or picks on just a small group of people. So when he said this, the first channel that came to mind was Sticker Chicks channel, which did nothing but pick on Vaughn for months and months. The weird, creepy woman on there made a dollhouse and played with it during multiple live streams, placing dolls in there, naming one Bond and one Bond's husband, then brought in pets and other things. Then they brought Crackhead Kenny into their hate channel, attacked him on a daily basis for months and months. The weird, creepy woman made a dollhouse for Cracky and made fun of him constantly while still attacking Bond. So, unless I am mistaken, I think David Z was meaning that channel and possibly AZ Crimson's channel because it also attacked Kenny on a daily basis, making up nasty A songs about Cracky. Don't know if there's going to be many more of those. There's a rift between um, Man Bear Pig and AZ Crimson for some reason. I think it had to do with AZ Crimson's kids. But let's continue here. Drifter Wars always has very insightful comments here. Today, yet again, Man Bear Pig was projecting his situation onto others. He said Boss Talks channel is scraping the bottom of the barrel. There is no water left, just poop. When it is actually MVP's channel that is scraping the bottom of the barrel, he only has Sticker and Chi left, and that's the poop on the bottom. That's a weird analogy, but I'll take it. He mentioned how many of his past friends have now gone over to Boss Talks channel, including his own sister. There you are, Kitty, mentioned again by the great Man Bear Pig, and predicted that AZ and his people will join it soon. It was at that point he realized that he has nobody left and told his chat that he is happy to be on his own, that he prefers to be alone and not have any friends left. He said Jessica and all Mexicans want him to stay in LA. Oh, well, you know. Um not so much. I don't think. More from Drifter Wars. Jeez, Drifter Wars. All right, this last comment, I think. I love it, Drift Wars, by the way. I'm not complaining in any shape, form, or fashion. The biggest lie of all, this was yet another brilliant catch of David Z lying. MVP had a person in chat, Kathleen Nicole, tell him a few home truths which upset him. He asked her to come up on panel and talk, and this woman bravely did come up on to talk to him at the 50-minute point. She came up and chatted for around 40 minutes, ending at 1:30. Conversation went well and ended amicably. After she left, David Z came up and the viewing numbers dropped immediately as nobody likes how he tries to take over the panel and chat. Even when DOA saw David Z's icon come up, he said, "Let's hear some mansplaining." And David Z said, "There needs to be another 75 conversations to be had with Scott and that person." Kath in chat asked, "What are the 75 conversations she needs to have with Scott?" David Z incorrectly said, "You need to listen. I never said there are 75 more conversations. I said there are 75 more people to have a conversation." He did not say that. It's on video. We can play it back time and time again. He didn't say 75 more people. He said 75 more conversations. The way David Z lied and spoke was particularly very degrading and deplorable, telling the woman, "I don't mean to be an asshole to you, but I feel I have to." I, oh boy. I could. That alone tells you what kind of piece of shit David B is. Once again, David Z lied like he always does. I clipped the video, took a screenshot of the script, and David Z did say 75 more conversations need to be had between Scott and that person. So David Z lied again, like he did when he said DOA did not divide people and cause division in the protest community. He said there's no proof or evidence at all, when we all know the bad actor list was all about causing division, using it to control who is allowed in whose chat, and saying nobody is allowed to be fence sitters. They had to choose a side. What do you think of those comments, Kitty? Are you there, Kitty? Did we lose Kitty? Oh, there,
Hello.
there you are. What do you think of those comments?
I agree with all of them. I like Drifter Wars
Yeah,
comments. He sees it as it is. So, yeah.
yeah,
And he's calling out the bullshit.
exactly. We're gonna get to Man Bear Pig talking about you here in just a second, Kitty, because it's interesting at the very least. Is the best way that I can put it. Mrs. J mentioned me. Thank you for posting, Mrs. J, and pointing people to the stream. Blank Page says, "How's it going? How it was started? P.S. Mexican long hair feels as good as it looks. Back to back." I don't know what is it. Let me view the post. Hold on. And then Lady Justice with the mention as well. Thank you very much. Oh, the Dodgers. Uh, well, you know what? I mean, it doesn't feel great, Paige, because the Dodgers are in the same division as the Colorado Rockies. But I'm just gonna pretend that the Colorado Rockies somehow miraculously in my lifetime will win at least one championship, so I can at least have that feeling once. I have everything else: a basketball championship, three um, Super Bowl championships, and three hockey championships to hang my hat on, but no baseball championships. So, all right, let's get to the main event here, Kitty. It's
Man, we got no championships in Chicago. Just
I
kidding.
know no basketball ones at all to speak of. No
Hockey,
hockey. Uh,
baseball.
The hockey one, I can take partial credit for, Kitty, because our former coach went there, and then you guys won a championship. So I take partial credit for that one Chicago championship.
Cool.
Yeah. Um, so let's talk about this, Kitty. Um, he's really salty that you're even talking to me. He's salty that you're on DT, and David Z thinks you're a liar, by the way, talking about your childhood with Man Bear Pig and some of the things that you've said, because he knows more than you.
Mhm.
Apparently, that's his word.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm not
cool.
going to even address that. That he has some mental loopholes that he's doing to make this all happen in his head. But yeah,
I
but it's like, why now? And again, all this is just for, I think, I mean, Lara said it that he was irrelevant and he's trying to really keep it up. And so every few days he's going to pick someone
mhm.
and then go off on them, even if they're like, I've been here almost the whole time and now you're going after me, because he has nothing, because all he's doing is sitting in his RV smelling his own farts, not like,
Yeah,
and yeah, all he can do is just punch down to people. And I was like, that says more about him than anything.
yeah. So I want to get your theory on this, Kitty, because I haven't had a chance to talk to you one on one about David B in particular. I know we briefly mentioned it on DT. Why do you think the constant simping? I mean, we just heard, and it was true. I heard the clip of Man Bear Pig basically when David Z got up on the panel, he was like, "Oh, here we go with some mansplaining." So even Man Bear Pig knows how dumb and shitty David Z is, or David B
Hmm.
is. But this man will, I mean, he's got his head so far up your brother's ass. He can't wait to exalt him and do damage control, go on other people's panels and chats. I mean, he will defend your brother to no end. What is your theory on why? Because from my perspective, there's only basically two reasons, but I want to hear your perspective.
It's a circle jerk. I mean, like, have they ever met in person?
No, they have not met in person
Oh
because
my, that's
they
even bizarre. I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. He seems very miserable. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I don't, money or you said it, he has something on him. I have no idea. I really don't think about him a whole. It's just weird to me. And I'm like, okay, like,
Well, the only reason I
cool.
bring
You
it up,
guys go sit in a corner and talk to each other.
yeah,
Like, I don't
yeah,
know,
yeah. The only reason that I bring it up, Kitty, is because this guy has been um a thorn in my ass. Like he came into chat the other day, took credit for the $400 that was raised for homeless outreach, and touting. I had to show MLH how to raise money. Dude, I've been doing this for years and years and years. If I wanted to do a stream to raise money, I would do that, right?
Yeah,
And I will be doing that at the end of this month or the beginning of December. I'm going to be doing a stream raising money for another homeless outreach right before Christmas, because it's the time of giving, right? And I want to
hmm,
give back. So my goal is to beat that 450 that he touts without his help, right? I want to
yeah,
see if we can raise that money without him, just to prove a point to him and also to raise a lot of money to do a lot of good here in Denver.
yeah.
So, my theories, and you mentioned them, Kitty, are that there's either money involved between the two, or the other theory is that Man Bear Pig has something on David B, or or they have something on each other. So it's one of those relationships where it's like tenuous, but it's one person has more leverage over the other, so you have to like simp and do the one's bidding. Those are the only two scenarios, because I mean, I the level of kissassery that's going on there is just it's peak like weirdness, Kitty.
Well,
And
here's
I
the
yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
Um okay, I'll be out in 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm hiding in the bathtub.
No, no worries.
We got a birthday party in a little bit. Um blah, 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 blah. You know, they too can and I was like, here's the biggest thing. He's a lonely old white man who wants to feel important, wants to have something to say. We just ignore him. That would be like the biggest like wrench in his like confidence wheel, that we just ignore him. Like, don't even read his comments. Just be like, okay, dude, bye. Like, oh, we don't have time for this. Like, you're no one, you're nothing. Move on. Like,
Mm,
we know you're all lying, or, you're making up these stories. Like, Scott makes up these stories. It doesn't mean they're true. And I don't have time. I'm trying to deal with all their stuff over here. I don't have time to like focus on non-realities,
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
David Big to go suck a rock, and you just leave it at that. Like, yeah.
Or maybe he's sucking something else. You
I
know
don't
what I mean?
know. Let
Um,
them two have each other.
cold
Let's
hot
get,
dogs, cold hot dogs, everyone. I don't know where everybody's mind went.
hot doggies.
Yeah, hot doggies. Um, Old Frizzle says it's shocking to me how much money he can raise, to be honest. Well, the only reason, I mean, Drifter Wars brought it up, and I think it's partially true. The only reason he raised the amount of money that he did um, in that 2 week span where he raised at least 30,000. I'm speculating that it was more like 50 to 60,000 was because of Laura.
Yeah.
I think that's a big reason why he raised so much money, to be honest. Jackie says David B has been with Man Bear Pig since Bunker Hill. So he said he knows Man Bear Pig better than you do, Kitty.
I
And
don't
I'm
care.
like, I mean, how
Sure.
absurd.
You've probably been more intimate with him, honestly. So
I
there,
mean,
have at it.
I mean, how absurd is that for someone to say that someone that's grown up with someone knows I mean, it's just absurd.
Yeah.
It's crazy, crazy, crazy. I hear that the dander from dead animal pelts creates brain damage, Catherine. Well, there's plenty of dead animal pelts in his uh
RV.
RV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
So wait, can I say I wanted to say some things on
yeah.
Friday that I
Go for
I
it.
didn't get to and everything. Just so I saw the Laura panel
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know all the intricacies of it, but I thought it was fantastic. Why is she speaking up now? Maybe it takes time for some people too. I mean, I've been around for a while, and I just started speaking up like what, 6 months ago or something. When was that?
Yeah.
So maybe just everyone in their time. Um, yeah. I didn't say I never liked her. I said, I think when I went on for Streets LA, I was like, oh, I can relate to her because Scott called her a dumb bitch. And I was like, oh, Scott called me a dumb bitch too. So we
Yeah.
have that in common. Like,
Right, right.
yeah, I never said I didn't like her because I was like, I don't know her. I like her hair. I know that's
Yeah.
kind of not everyone's style, but I like it. Um, so yeah, I thought it was very interesting. Oh, and then I went over to Man Bear Pig's stream, and he was so, you could tell. I could tell. I was like, oh man, he is just fighting so hard to not break down in tears. And
Oh,
it
that
was so funny to see that. He like was like, oh, alcohol is, she looks so bad, and oh, but I still love her, and oh, my little heart's broken. And yeah, just
man, you
the
got your crocodile tears, man. You
the
gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. I mean, he does that quite often. He'll do a stream where he'll go to the mountains and he'll be reflecting and
well,
all
no,
this.
he wasn't even crying this time. He was like, "Oh, I was expecting this. Oh, everyone she's talked to is just bad actor too." Oh, like saying
Yeah.
anything he could to like the maybe cover up or try to heal his wounds, to being like, she's finally talking. This is fantastic. And Yeah.
I
I've been
mean,
in relationships. I've never been someone's regret over the last
I know.
years.
Wow. I mean, that was pretty. I mean, yeah, I heard that and I'm like, wow, that for someone to say that, man, holy shit, man. Cafe Life says it's because he spewed her personal info and revealed her demons and now denies COS child abuse at the ranch. I mean, yeah, he's just gross, man.
He's just gross, gross, gross.
He does this all the time. Like he flip-flops all the time.
Yeah.
It's whatever rankles people the most is what he does. Um, it's a pattern, and I've talked about patterns with him quite often, Kitty. And I know you got to run here in a minute, but
Yeah.
um, it's just gross patterns. It's just really, really gross patterns that I hope that people can recognize more and more. And I think that's happening. Like I've noticed a little mini surge of subs to my channel, and people are really starting to understand like the real inner workings of your brother and that like I said, I'm not a psychologist or anything, but there's some deep mental things going on with your brother that need to be addressed, and maybe he'll get that in prison. Who knows?
No, he said, "Yo, you don't know what happens in prison. Like they give mental health. I don't know, bro. Maybe you could like take it upon yourself, like heal some of those wounds because you are deeply disturbed."
Yeah, I agree with you, Kitty, and these are just our opinions. Like I said, we're not doctors or anything, but I mean, Kitty knows him better than anybody in the room, and from things that you've said, from things that I've seen, I watch a lot of psychology stuff on the internet, on YouTube, from licensed psychologists and psychiatrists and stuff like that, and he does have a lot of symptoms of a lot of different things. People have diagnosed him, and I caution against that because you don't want to diagnose somebody for sure. But based on everything that we've seen on his streams, from conversations that he's had privately with people that I'm privy to, um, your input, Kitty, I'd say it all leads to straight jacket. You know what I mean? I mean, it really does. I really don't think the money is because of Lara. He seems to have his chat totally believing his lies. Well, there's that too.
I think a lot of it was Laura. He
Yeah.
used her for to uh make himself feel legitimate, I think, or
Mm.
at some point it had to be.
Yeah. Cafe Life says, "Did anyone capture his attempted unaliving at McDonald's?" What? That's news to me. I mean, obviously that's for attention. Beachcomber's in the house. What's up, Beachcomber?
You
Doug says, "Kitty, just take a 45-second shower like your brother. He swears by it." That's
no,
yeah.
I like to be
Patterns like
clean, clean, squeaky
I know.
clean.
Carrie Ann says patterns like that are a skill. Yeah, exactly, Carrie Ann. Notice he never showed the receipts of his mental evaluation. Oh, that's another thing. Question: could it be his money grifting business model? Drain one side, divide and conquer. Drain other side. Yeah, that is the mo. Traveltology. That seems to be the mo. I'm not a doctor, but I play one on YouTube. Caffeine Life says he's
Well,
been.
oh,
Yep, go
I
ahead.
did want to say, like, I was, thinking about it because I had been talking with Becky, and she's like, he's so up in arms about the certified license, all that. And I was like, what education do you have, Scott?
Yeah.
What training, internship, degrees? Like, have you been on the field? Have you done like insights? Have you written a thesis? Have you, have you have your master's? Do you have, all these types of different things of, are you certified? Are you licensed? In what? You're nothing. You have none of that.
I'm gonna
So,
play devil's advocate here, Kitty. He
oh
does
god.
drive from point A to point B a lot, so that experience there should count for something. Okay, just saying.
That he
He does.
drives around?
Yes,
So do
he does.
taxi drivers.
He,
And
right.
they get paid for it, like legitimately.
Well, that's true too. Let's see. But he's been mimicking a lot lately, acknowledging individual chatters, healing, final thoughts. Oh yeah, he copies DT quite a bit, Fuzzy. He wants to be, you know. You're gaining subscribers on him, MLH. Yeah, we're only 160 away from him.
Oh
I
man.
want to catch him so bad, but I don't want to do it the wrong way. I don't
Yeah.
want to buy subscribers or anything like that. I earn my subscribers, you know. Oh, when he engulfed 5 Big Mac fries, nuggets, etc. Well, do you consider that trying to unalive himself, Cafe Life? Maybe, I don't know.
Oh.
Sally's here. Where's Sally? He would always say to anyone that contacts with him that his girlfriend was in Scientology, so that made him an authority on Scientology. Oh yeah,
Yeah. It's like little things like that, that bullshit and stuff. Even like all this court stuff. I was like, bro, you're bringing a spoon to a gunfight. Good
yeah,
luck. Like, you know.
yeah. Dougie
Okay, I
says,
gotta go. My
"All
son's
right,
not
Kitty,
okay.
thank you for being here. It's a pleasure.
Thank you guys.
We'll see you Monday."
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, bye
Later,
bye.
Kitty. Kitty McKitterton, everybody. Catch her on DT on Monday. Doug says, new from the makers of Cooter Disguise. Try the new Speed Shower Head. Guaranteed to clean every nook and cranny in 45 seconds. Yeah. All right. Let's continue on with your comments here. Copying is the highest form of flattery, MVP. It sure is. And he copies us a lot. Um, his mukbang session, yes, Cafe Life. A cat is in here. Hello, everyone. I think the McDonald's thing was when he shoved all that food in his mouth. He ate so much. Oh yeah. Um, really don't think he had a mental evaluation. He diagnosed himself, so he's taking vitamins. Oh yeah. Well, Jackie, that's the way it is. Let's see. Gluttony. Juju Travel says. Gina says he is going after people's licenses. Yes, he is. But luckily unsuccessful, Gina. Turner says, by the way, hi Turner. Nice to have you here. Eventually that junk RV is gonna break down permanently. I agree. Um Sally better. I can't be doing that anymore for now. MLH tries really hard to guard me from stress on here, but yesterday didn't go as planned. Sometimes we have wrenches, and I don't know. I thought it turned out okay in the end, Dougie. It's all good in the hood, as they say. Only person that I know that can use a GPS system and still get lost. I know. It's amazing. I get paid well, yeah, you do, Brandon, not Man Bear Pig, you know. And you've seen and done things a million times more than Man Bear Pig ever can. You actually work hard for a living, Brandon. He grifts and grifts and grifts. Um, the audacity of calling Audit a glutton. He's a disgrace. He absolutely is. King Charles in the house. What's up, King Charles? Hope you're doing well, my friend. I think about you from time to time, and I really should reach out to you a little bit more. But I'm pulled 50 million directions, King Charles. I've been binge watching a new show called The Lowdown. It's an FX show. Pretty decent. I'll have to check it out, King Charles. Mark says, MLH, if you private your stream, do you lose super chats? No, you do not, Marth. You do not lose your super chats. You still keep your super chats. Um, let's see. Taking vitamins sounds like Scientology. It sure does, Amy. Rib Guy says, can we start a GoFundMe to buy the RV for a celebration party when he gets sentenced? Buy it from the auction. Yeah, why not? Shit, I'm down for that. I might contribute. What's up, Pooh? Nice to have you here. Good morning to you, King Charles. Hope you're having a good weekend, my friend. Hey, Chris. Nice to have you here as well, my dude. Doesn't MVP get most money on PayPal? Yeah, he does. I mean, he doesn't have. I mean, nor do I. I don't have to disclose to you guys, but I'm pretty transparent. I don't get a ton on PayPal or Cash App, but I've gotten a few bucks here and there. Still struggling. Let me check my money here. Still struggling to get that $100 mark so I can get paid next month. Let's see if I hit it yet. Maybe we'll do a mini celebration if I hit it yet. Let's see. I'm a little over halfway there. I'm at $52.23. So very good for me. We got to get to that 100 mark though. I do want to get paid next month. Cinderella, what's up? Nice to have you here as always. Lovely Cinderella. I like the lowdown. Pluck says, "What's up, Pluck? Nice to have you here as well." Sally, I don't know if I said hi to you, but hey there. Nice to have you here as well. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about Man Bear Pig's continued spiraling. It's got a big court date this month, the 24th, right before Thanksgiving. Um, I think we're going to take that week off except for the 24th, and the 24th will just be a watch party basically to find out what's going on. We'll have to listen intently to Becky. Uh, so I'll tune in to Becky while we're doing that. Cricket Cinema, nice to have you here, my friend. Um, let's see. What else? Um, yeah, he's got a big court date, and he's hinting. I think it's more than a hint. He's going to waive his right to a speedy trial, which I predicted a long time ago, y'all. I told you guys that he was going to pull off something like that, where he waived his right to a speedy trial. He's nowhere near ready. And he's never going to be ready, to be honest with you all. The DA at that point, once the DA finds out that Man Bear Pig is finally ready to go, can put off this trial for a year if he wants to. So I'm fully expecting this to drag out quite a bit on into next year. And I think it's the tide's going to turn on Chumley. He's going to have all this time. He's going to second guess himself. He's going to yap, which he loves to do. And I think that's something a tactic by the DA to let him keep yapping on his streams, because just because you private your stream doesn't mean they don't already have them. You know, Cafe Life says he's so stupid to renege on having babies with a 42-year-old. In his mind, he's still in his 20s, delusional. Yeah, he's too old at this point. I mean, you're never too old, right? Even, well, as a man, you're almost never too old to have a kid. Um, women have a certain amount of time to have children, but I'm glad he didn't have any kids. And woof, the world dodged a bullet with that one, Cafe Life. He's kicking the can down the road. Exactly, Amy M. But it's not going to work how he thinks it's going to work. It's going to work in the DA's favor, because the DA can just let him languish and make more mistakes, which he will. He'll make mistake after mistake. Every time he goes on the live, that's a mistake. You know. Let's see, what else do we got here? Monday, we get to hear JoJo's new songs. Yes, JoJo. I think the theme for Monday, I'll have to email you the theme for Monday. Um, Actually, the theme is going to be Chud Wars, JoJo, because we're going to go more into the copyright stuff that he's planning and all that. She's too old. She's too old. Yeah, well, it's getting there. I mean, he probably could still have a kid, but he's not too much in a hurry to leave LA, Jackie says. Well, I had my last one at 40 cats. Yeah, you can. I mean, there's people that have had kids into their 50s. Wouldn't recommend it that age, but he wanted kids with Laura instead in the stream. He's glad he didn't. Duh. Yeah, exactly. Who wants to oh God, yeah, who wants to swim in that gene pool? Exactly, cricket. I mean, it's not much to not much to work with there, man. My prediction: MVP will screw up and go to jail awaiting trial. Oh yeah, well, that's a definite possibility. I mean, might see that sooner than later, Dougie, to be honest with you. Okay. So what else can I talk to you guys about? Next week DT is going to be fun. I hope you guys join on Monday. Um, we always have a ton of fun there. Kitty will be there Monday. Make sure you join. We are going to delve further into the madness that is MVP, not MVP, MBP, Man Bear Pig. Um, let's see. What else? I'm sure Dougie will have a banger of a commercial. I'm gonna have a commercial for you guys. I know um, I'm not quite as great in that arena as Dougie is. Dougie's a true star when it comes to that. He makes me laugh every time. I hope you guys join in, join the fun. If you're lurking, make sure you join as well. You can participate too. You know, I mean, you can feel free to type in my chat as long as you don't harass anybody and follow the rules. Don't mind at all. I wouldn't tell my child he was the father. Cinderella says, "Yeah, don't start that rumor, Cinderella." You know, and you have him going around calling you out. We don't want that. He outed Laura for not having sex with him in a stream yesterday that he took down. Yeah, can you blame her? Right. I know you were joking, Becky. All right. So that's all I got for you guys today. I mean, like I said, we're going to delve more into a lot of stuff. Of course, he's going to make more lives this weekend, more content for us, more stuff to laugh at him about. That's the key to taking away all his powers. Just laugh at him. That's all you can do. Just laugh at the dude. All right. If you're struggling with your mental health, please reach out to somebody that you know, love, and trust. In lieu of that, my email is MexicanLonghair@gmail.com. Not a psychiatrist, psychologist, or a counselor, but I do listen. And sometimes that helps. There's a hotline you can dial in North America. That hotline is 988. And just remember, if you're having a tough time, and you think that there's no hope, just remember somebody out there thinks you're their favorite. Hold on to that thought. It could save your life. If you're not in North America, did I mention the 988 number? I think I did. If you're not in North America, type in your browser of choice mental health help. Click on any of those options, and that'll get you connected with somebody that can help you out. Don't do anything rash. Okay, always talk to somebody. Always. There's always hope. Okay, always hope. That's all I got for you guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. I'm going to try to take the rest of today and tomorrow off. I know I say that a lot and shit comes up, but I really do need a break and I'm going to try. Okay. But take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. And no, Bernie is not pregnant, Keeper. We take extra measures to make sure that doesn't happen. All right. Brenda, nice to have you here. We're just ending, but thanks for stopping by, Brenda. Really appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday, unless something comes up, but I'm pretty sure Monday. Later, everybody.